All right, guys. Ugh. Let's see if I can put it on the computer. We got to fight today. We got to fight today. I hope we fight today. We got to fight today. I hope we fight today. I hope I see defense today. And if it's it, then that's it. You know, like I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm not even stressed. I'm I'm very relaxed. You know, I'm not worried. I don't feel anything. I swear to God, I don't feel anything. If the Knicks want to win today, they will win. If they don't want to win today, they won't win. I can live with that 100%. It is what it is at this point. Yo, what's up, DJ? I was thinking about you yesterday, bro. What you were talking about, Streamer University. I just feel like when it comes to that, I'm getting to the age where I'm really not. I'm not. How could I say? Pretty good with that crowd. It's a little. It's a little bit of a young crowd. You know, I checked it out. Some of that stuff is cool, but like, I don't think I would want my whole stuff to be exposed on streams. I'm 31. You know, I feel like I feel like yeah, I get it. I get it. I watched some of that Streamer University stuff. I feel like with these Knicks videos, bro, what I'm gonna do after, I'm gonna make a lot of other videos. That stuff is gonna start popping off too because the shorts are working, bro. Like my subscribers really haven't gone up that much, but my engagement is better. You know what I'm saying? Like people are commenting on the videos more. People are watching on the videos more. Yeah, they pushing 30. I think that dude, I was gonna hit you up about that, by the way, because I thought it was interesting you said that, so I checked it out. That dude Duke Dennis is about my age, you know, so he about my age. But like, it's kind of, it's a lot. It's a lot to be on, But that's the new space, so you got to do something, and I enjoy doing this. I really do. Here we go, bro. I don't really feel anything. I'm relaxed. I hope you guys are relaxed. I know who you're talking about. I don't know 100% who that is, but I know who you're talking about. It is what it is. Cats playing. What's up, everybody? We are here, man. This is the last game. Either they stress us out one more time or that's it. We're home. We got the beautiful blue jersey. I mean, beautiful white jerseys on, in the garden. Let's see something. Let me see some defense. If I can see defense, I'll feel good. If we can keep this between 1 and 5 points most of the time, we got a shot. We got a shot. If not, if by the half, I don't think we're coming from 20 this time. Well, maybe we could. Maybe we could. We'll see where we land in the fourth quarter. I want these guys to win for real, but we don't play defense. I appreciate that, man. A lot of people are you and B Sims especially, and there's a lot of subs now that I see in the shorts that are making comments. I like that. Brunson, Bridges, Ananobi, Towns, Mitch. Here it is. Let's see what happens. These guys want to win. They will win. If not, that's okay. I'm not killing myself here no more. Okay, Brunson. First hit, first score. Let me see the defense. Oh, I'm going to put the scoreboard up now, by the way. Hold on. Let me see the defense. Out of bounds. Traveled. Oh, they called something against Indiana. Look at that. They called something against Indiana. Wow. Wow, they called it against Indiana. Let me get the scoreboard. I bet if I get the scoreboard up sometimes, it's kind of, I keep my eye on it sometimes. It's a little bit ahead, but hold on. I'm gonna get the scoreboard up in a second. We have the ball here on my screen, so I want to see what's happening. Yeah, it's on TNT. TNT sucks, bro. I'm glad we're moving away from TNT. Brunson again. 2 for 2. That's a good start. 2 for 2. Now with defensive possession. Can we get defensive? Ooh, that was a hard screen. You got to watch this guy. Neesmith. Oh, turnover from Indiana. Bridges. Cat. Good start for the Knicks. Good start for the Knicks. Good start for the Knicks. We got to fight today. Let's see what the fuck we got. What do we got? Here we go. Foul. Oh, we're 3 for 3. 3 for 3. Again, the 3-point defense. Where is it? Where is the 3-point defense? Where is it? Bro, we're playing 5-on-5, you know? We're playing 5. How could it feels like sometimes we're playing like 3-on-5, bro. I don't even want to look away from the screen right now. Hell yeah. Come on, Mitch. Get your man. Get your man. Watch the screens. Nice, nice, nice. Good start, but a lot of work to do. I just say if we could figure it out defensively, we got a good chance here tonight. A lot of foul calls are going the Knicks' way so far. It's going the Knicks' way. I'm shocked. I don't know if the referees have gotten shit. They've missed a lot of calls. I'm not saying it's the reason solely that we lost, but I'm saying there were maybe 3 or 4 calls last game. You know, you could have easily said they were bogus against us. So who's coming in? Oh, timeout, Indiana. You guys want the scoreboard up, or is it spoiling it if I put the scoreboard up? I don't know. It's halftime now. Should I put the scoreboard up or not? Because it might spoil it a little bit. That shit. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. It kind of spoils it for those like me. If you're on TNT, for some reason ESPN is a little bit ahead. If I put the scoreboard up, you're probably, if you're watching on here, you're gonna see the scoreboard first before you see the play. So on a night like tonight, I don't know if you want to see it like that, but it's up to you. If you want to have the scoreboard up right now, I'll put it up. It is on TNT. I'm not a fan of TNT. I know exactly why they're getting away from TNT. I think it's a terrible streaming service, even though it looks like TNT is getting a lot of other sports now to go on their platform. Their streaming is just terrible. They don't have an app for Samsung. Otherwise, I would be watching it on TV easily. I don't know why that is, but it's not on TV. At least not my TV. I have a fucking smart TV. I can't see that shit. So it's up to y'all. I don't know if I want to put the scoreboard up now or not. So far, so good. I want to see defense, man. I want to see defense, man. Like I've been saying it the whole week. I said it yesterday. If we play defense tonight, we got a chance. Listen. We playing defense, we got a shot. You keep it between 1 and 5, you got a shot. All right, I'll put it on the end of the quarters. I think that's a good idea. That's a good idea because that shit it's messing me up too. Sometimes I'm seeing the score ahead of the play, and that shit sucks because now like it kind of spoils it for me. All right, so far so good. As far as I'm concerned, so far so good. But energetic start. Um, yeah, I mean that's what it is. Scat is playing. He wants to give it a go. He's probably a little banged up. Guys are probably hurt, but I was thinking today, like, bro, like after this series, you can make it to the NBA Finals, bro. You gotta. I think we gave away at least 2 games. So of course the first one and even last game, I really thought that we gave the games away just by not playing defense. If you're gonna lose, let it be a battle. But like it can't be giving up over 20 fast break points and probably 30 points all in all off of turnovers and fast breaks. And you look back at that, you can't win basketball games like that if that's how you want to play. And they probably do want to play fast. But the thing is, we're playing 5-on-5 here, so don't tell me that you can't match up. You just got to be there, or at least make it difficult. Nah, they don't. They don't really respect us. But I think the where's my light at? I think let's see the checks. I will agree on that. Indiana has not started good. Siakam, yeah, Siakam's gonna get his baskets. I could live with that. I just can't live with open threes tonight. I can't. I can't see it anymore. Seriously, I can't see these open threes anymore. We're playing 5-on-5 here, guys. Neesmith missed it, but again, it's an open three. How do we keep letting that happen? Oh, one thing I really don't like about Indiana, bro, they foul so much. They foul so much, and it hasn't been called. It hasn't been. They foul so much, bro. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, that was a pass. I couldn't even see where the ball went. Again, again. They get open threes every fucking time, son. How is that a foul? That's a foul? That's a foul? Yeah, but that shit is not working, DJ. Yeah, but it's not working. It's not gonna work. This team was those shooters out the building. If Halliburton is driving, you got to make sure Halliburton at least stays in front of you, you know, and then contest. You can't be Bridges. You can't be Bridges and now try to run behind Halliburton, and now you basically leave somebody open. Somebody now is definitely open. At the point where Bridges is trying to run after Halliburton, and let's say it was Brunson that was trying to be in front of him, but he blew past Brunson. Now somebody is open, and it hasn't worked for us. They literally every shot they've gotten is open, and we're hitting really tough 2 pointers. Yeah, no, and I think they said that last. I think they even said that last game at NBA level. Even guys like McConnell are going to score. Even guys like McConnell are going to score. The shooters are too good at this level. The shooters are too good. You can't leave them open. And I'm so tired of talking about it, but I guess I have to because we keep doing it. Bridges has started a little bit better. I can live with that. Oh, no goaltender. I All Brunson got to do is keep him in front. That was nice defense from Brunson. Nice defense. Keep him in front of you. Keep him in front of you. Do not let him blow by you. At least that's all I ask today. That's all I ask. That's all I ask from Brunson is to keep Halliburton in front. Halliburton can't pass you because it kills everything. If Halliburton passes Brunson and somebody's trying to help, look, you might as well give up the 2 pointer at that point, but you can't give up the three by tracing him like Bridges did. You're getting a lot of looks, not a lot of buckets. Yes, I think he got a chip as an assistant with Boston, I believe. I believe it was Boston that he got a chip with. I believe it was Boston that he was on, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. Come on, cat. In front. Okay, he made that, but in front. I like that. I like that. Good defensive possession here. Don't foul. Don't foul. Come on, Brunson. Come on. Come on. Tom Thibodeau's been along he's been around for a long time. Good start. Good start. Oh shit. If this thing goes to game seven, if this shit goes to game seven at the Garden, if this shit goes to game seven at the Garden, I'm in the city, bro. Because tonight I couldn't do it to I couldn't do it to myself tonight to go there, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It's too much. It's too much. Only if only if I somehow got free tickets is that I would have bought this one. Like even for $1,100, bro. I'd rather be outside experiencing that shit at that point. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I gotta sit at my house. I can't be around people. Like I gotta sit and watch. Good. I like the recovery defense. I do. I like the recovery defense. I like the fact that we didn't give away an easy bucket. And I like the fact that you gave it a hard foul. I like that. I like McBride on McConnell. Travel. I almost thought that was Meek Mill. No way. I would have preferred Brunson passed at the Bridges. I know you're hot. No, that wasn't off of OB's foot. Siakam is back. I was wondering why he was out. Yeah, Siakam is back now. That was a foul from Brunson. I don't know what that was. Um, I don't know how true that is. I've talked about it. What's up, B Sims? How you doing, bro? I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is because at the end of the day, this is the furthest we've gone in a long time. I, but you feel like sometimes we've lost in this series. We lost at least two games off of bad adjustments. So this year in the NBA, you have seen coaches that have been let go that have done well. So it's not unbelievable for me, but at the same time, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know how true it is. I don't know how true it is. I can't tell you how true it is. It's possible, but I'm having a hard time right now believing that they would let him go if he loses this because this is the furthest we've gone in 20 years. So I can't see Tibbs being let go after a season like that. I like this, and especially for the first year with Cat and Brunson. You know, yeah, I can't see it. Not this year. Maybe midway next season if shit. Well, you would have to wait until the end of next season or something like that. I can't see it. I really can't see it. You might not like the way Tibbs runs things, but the success he's brought, especially this year, I can't see him leaving. I can't see it. I really can't see it. I think the players love playing for him. You know, I think he has support of the front office. I think it's more wishful thinking on people's part than it is actual truth to it. I'd be shocked if it happened. Maybe last year, maybe at some point last year, but after this season, no. I I I I, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Yeah, yeah, I don't see it, bro. I can't see it. I can't see it. Not this year. No way. No. After the year we've had, like this is a very successful season. Beating Boston, beating a Detroit team that was a good team. We beat a good Boston team. Tatum or now, I think we would have beaten them. No way, no way. Especially if this thing goes all the way to a Game Seven decider. Shit, win or lose, I don't believe it. No way. Yeah, he would. He would. And I think he loves the Knicks, and I really think the players love him. Honestly, I like him as a coach too. I just think sometimes he's stubborn. But about that, I think that the coaching staff really does get in his ear, and he has made adjustments. Um, the Knicks sometimes don't do him any favors either. Let's be honest. The way the Knicks play, the terrible defense they play, the turnovers. Some things I think Tibbs can fix, and other things are just on the players. And I think the front office looks at that also. Like not everything is always Tibbs' fault. Some of the things are these players who have to do better. No, I don't think they do, and that's another reason why I think he stays. You know, we're literally in the Eastern Conference Finals. Shamit is in, Dylan Wright is in. Yeah, back to Siakam. That fucking McConnell. Oh boy, McConnell he's a great player. I know McConnell is the type of dude, bro. If you saw him in real life, I swear to God, you would not even touch the ball. Like that dude would score you like crazy. I like that. See, remove the ball. Come on, Cat. Come on. Score for me 31-25. Us.
The cat's definitely hurting. One and one.
What's Google play by play?
Hmm.
I see that. You know, Google always doing some creative ass shit. Hmm, I see. Yeah, it's probably better than me trying to get it on the damn stream. I don't know how they still don't have a TNT app on Samsung. It's beyond me. I swear to God, I thought that next to Tracy Morgan it was Meek Mill for a second. That dude looks just like Meek Mill, bro. No doubt. I get it. Come on, Shabbat. Yes, sir. Killer. Yes, sir, cat. Come on. That's a tough bucket, bro. Oh shit. That's a tough bucket, bro. That's a tough bucket, bro. Wow. You see but Dylan Wright though. You see the difference, Dylan Wright, and you're seeing Shamit. The defense they played. Hmm.
Good shit, OG. I think Tibbs not too happy with Bridges. Speaking of substitutions, Bridges in the doghouse, I think. He could be, bro. Bro, they killed even me. They killed him. They killed him. Yes, yeah. Well, I did too, and everybody else did. He played terrible, defensively and offensively. I thought he played terrible. I don't know. We gave up like 5 first-round picks for the guy. Shit, I don't know, bro. He didn't sign the extension, but he's in the doghouse right now for sure. Because Shamit is playing his minutes right now, definitely. Watch the pass from Hallie. See that? You see that, Bridges? By the way, those type of fouls, I'm telling you, those type of fouls, that shit hurts, bro. Ah, come on! Come on! Come on, guys! Why you say it? Why you say that? I'm telling you, Shamit might take Bridges' spot, bro. Yo, Bridges. Oh my God, what is Bridges doing? Bridges, what are we doing, bro? Bridges, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Yo, what's Bridges doing, bro? Yo, what is Bridges doing right now? What's happening to Bridges right now is that is he's thinking too much. Bridges right now, what you're doing, you're not just flowing with the game. You're thinking. You're thinking about scoring. You can tell everything is not natural. It's nervous. You know, it's not that hard. Like if you feel like you don't got the shot, pass it off and move. You know, but you don't have to make a play. Sometimes the safe play is to pass the ball. Just pass the ball away and come around the screen if you feel like you don't got it. But you can't give away a turnover. You know, that's all. You can't give away a turnover like that. You think two snaps and a twist, Cotton Bridges? Uh Bridges is terrible right now. That boy's stock is low. I'm telling you, Bridges is terrible right now. They put Shamit on the bench. You might need to bring that motherfucker back in like 1 minute, bro. Seriously, you might have to. Shamit has been in this game alone. He's been better than Bridges in the last two. I'm talking overall game in that period. I'm not just talking offense because I think that one of these games Bridges had like 15, 16, something like that. Not the last game, but the one before. I think he had about that. I'm not just talking points. I'm talking overall game, defense, and everything. This dude Shamit is playing better than him. You know, sometimes sometimes if you move the ball, if you move, you can always still score a bucket if you pass the ball off. But once you get the ball, you're trying to do all kind of twisty shit. Bridges is that one guy like he'll get the ball, he'll go underneath the hoop and he'll go past the hoop. You know, exactly. Yeah. Oh boy, we might gotta take Bridges out, bro. We might gotta take Bridges out, bro. How long do you go with Bridges? Oh boy. Oh boy. How long are we gonna go with Bridges? You might gotta take a Bridges out, bro. That ass. I'll do it right now. You might gotta take Bridges out, bro. Seriously, you might gotta take them out, bro. I think Tibbs is trying to give him confidence. Yes, OJ. Thank God. Cat, you gotta come out a little bit more, Cat. Halliburton, he's so fucking tricky. Come on, Bridges. What you got? That's your shot right here. That's your shot. Hell yeah, Bridges. Hell yeah. There we go. Hell yeah. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You better than that, son. You better than that. Hey. Hell yeah. There we go. Yo, why the fuck do we give away so many fucking turnovers? I don't understand. I don't understand. Yo, you gotta get in on that turnover shit, bro. Them turnovers is ridiculous, bro. So far, so good. It just, I'm not gonna lie. One, we suck at like fast break points. All right. Two, um, the turnovers, they're still there. We're stop forcing that shit, bro. Self-inflicted turnovers, but whatever. Fuck it. I'll put the scoreboard up now since it's halftime. I like the fact that Bridges made one. I want to see if he goes back to Shamit at all. I would go back to Shamit eventually, just because I wouldn't wait if for play to start going down to put Shamit back in. I'd basically treat Shamit as a starter right now because I think he's playing better than Bridges is. Yes, he just scored a bucket, but I just think I'm more comfortable as of right now with Shamit. So I would go with Shamit right now. As of right now, I would go with Shamit just because. That's the scoreboard. That's how it's looking. Uh, where are we? Yeah, Michael Bridges already told you he's not doing too good. I think he's nervous. In New York, you get a lot of shit. He hasn't played good. It is what it is. He's supposed to be a really good defender. Even like I think like Van Gundy is saying, Michael Bridges. What's the thing with me is if you play good defense, I you don't have to score 20. You can score like 15 these series. I don't care about that. It's just his defense has been bad, and I think he's not getting up on his matchups. Like you got to get up higher. Cat suffers from that all the time, but Dave, so far you haven't really made Cat pay today. But this dude Bridges, bro, you're way too low. You got to be higher. You got to get up and you got to get high. In fact, if you're high, it's hard for a screen to get you because if the screen is coming where you are, it's either going to be a foul, it's going to be an offensive foul, or you're just going to go right over. Like you're going to like quick, like they can't come that high. You know what I'm saying? But if where you are, like they're gonna set the screen every time, and you're not gonna be able to get over because you're too low. That's fundamental shit. I have no idea why a guy of Bridges' caliber is struggling with that shit, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, no, but I thought he was okay. Like he had a silly turnover. I think he has two turnovers. No, one. It's a silly turnover. Yeah, I don't know why, but like you're running a fast break. You're trying to do like a spin move. Like these self-inflicted turnovers are killing us. Other than that, I think he made two free throws. That's about it. Nothing crazy. He didn't make his normal threes yet. I think he'll make at least two tonight. I think he'll make at least two. We don't really need him to score that many threes. Like get your buckets where you can. I think he made two inside. Those were his two field goals he had. Basically, like the same. It was the same shit. It was basically like his own rebound, and that's how he scored for 6. Cat has been aggressive as shit. The knees sometimes look like it's hurting them, but then I think adrenaline kicks in when he has the ball. He made a tough basket not too long ago. He kind of stepped on that shit and said, "I'm gonna take it straight to the hoop," and he did. For 17 points, 10 rebounds, already almost Yeah, he already has a double double here going. So that's a good sign. If Gus like that, that's a good sign. Bishop Robinson, doing what he does, getting his rebounds, and I think he wasn't the first one to get the offensive rebound, but I think he had 3 defensive rebounds. So that's good. 2 field goals for 4 points. Doing his thing, doing what he's supposed to do. And these guys are staying out of foul trouble, which is a great thing. Jalen Brunson was fantastic in the beginning. He's kind of cooled off. I think he's had at least 1 turnover. Yeah, he has 1 turnover. A sloppy turnover. He has 3 assists, 2 threes, and 6 field goals for 14 points. Um, Sometimes I feel like if Brunson is running a fast break and people are closing in on him, you just got to move that ball to the corner, bro. You got to punish people for trying to collapse on you in the paint. And I know he wants to score, but guys are open. You gotta be a little bit more aware. Like, okay, you got your buckets early on in the half. Now look to distribute a little bit more and try to get this dude Bridges an easy one. Try to get him an easy one, an easy 1 or 2. Something like that. Really helps a player with his confidence. I think Brunson should be looking to move the rock a little bit more. My saying with Brunson is if you get over 7 assists, we usually win. I don't know what the stat is on that, but it's true. McBride, Josh Hart, Shaman. I already told you about Shaman. I want Shaman to come back for Bridges at some point, just for defensive security. I feel very comfortable with Shaman and Dylan Wright. You don't have to score like crazy. You get your buckets where you can, but defensively, that shit is a problem for the Pacers. And we need to continue to do that shit. That shit is working, man. I'm telling you, that shit is working. Tibbs better not go away from that. Josh Hart had a couple of nice rebounds and he had a good bucket to the hoop. And I think he had something else. It was basically 2 field goals. And that's about it. Yeah, it's working. But Jason Kidd was kind of like Halliburton is. But I'm telling you, as much as I like Halliburton as a player, I got no hate for him. I'm telling you, that dude's biggest downfall sometimes is that he's not aggressive enough. And the points that he's been getting when he scored 30 is because we're leaving him open. Like, seriously, like it's the points when Halliburton is scoring, it's bad defense by us. That's what it is. It's usually bad defense by us that's causing Halliburton to score. Now, Halliburton, he has a really hard time creating his own shot, and we should take advantage of that. I don't know why. A lot of the time, Halliburton is still going to be looking to pass. And you need to recognize that. Even that dude that doesn't play, I have no idea what his name was. He had a three in the left corner. That's Halliburton first, pass for. And on this team, that works. Now, if this team changes, Indiana, now you have a situation where Halliburton has to score. You in the NBA today, your point guard's got to be able to score, bro. I don't give a fuck. I mean, you in the long term, it's hard to win unless the other guys are playing well. And for Indiana, they have. Siakam was the one knocking down shit. Turner was knocking down shit. Sometimes Obi hits a rare three, McConnell. But see, that shit now is not really hitting like that for the Pacers. And Halliburton is not that type of guy that's gonna give you that right away. He has to be in rhythm, in motion. If you get him high, he's gonna hit a few of them shits. But he's not like that all the time. So I think the Knicks could be happy with that. I just want the Knicks to stop with the sloppy turnovers. And I personally, I say go back to Shamit. Go back to Shamit is maybe to start the half. But I don't think Tibbs is going to do it. But we don't know. We don't know. I think a lot's riding on this game, and the Knicks should win this shit. Being up this big at the half, you got to win this shit.
like 99%, well, 90% of the time, Halliburton is going to be looking to pass to the last second. And I can live with that, but you got to be in the passing lane. If he scores it, if he drives, I'll take that. But he's not doing that shit every time. You know, and if there's a big knock on him, I would say it's that. If you are a point guard and you can't create your this is something we know. Like the Knicks have been struggling with that shit for years, bro. For years, we've been struggling with that for years. I'm not gonna lie. What I said that needed to happen is exactly happening. And we've even played better than I thought we would, at least offensively. If we go back with Shamit, I'm telling you. I just hope that Tibbs goes back to Wright and Shamit because I don't want us to I don't want him to self sabotage us again, bro. Like this game, we can secure this. Well, given game one, you can't say shit like that anymore. But we have a really good chance if we keep getting these defensive stops. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, but that's what I'm saying that I want to get back to Shabman and Wright because I know how we've seen this pace of team at this point. Sometimes I feel like Tibbs gets too comfortable, and then when he gets comfortable, he's gonna leave Bridges in there. He might leave Hard in there. Like we gotta get the fuck away from that shit. In my opinion, to start the half, go back to Shamit. Go back to Shamit and Wright. Um, let's go on a nice little run, maybe a 5, 6, 7 point run, and then see if Indiana calls timeout. You know, and then let that run down for a little bit, and then when we're in a good position again, maybe you go back to Bridges. I don't think we need to be loyal to Bridges and Hart tonight. He was way too loyal to Hart last game, and rightfully so. He got killed for it. He got killed for it. You know, and you can even insert Deuce in this equation too if you need some shooting. Because when Wright is on, like you need Shaman can hit a shot. Wright is not really a good shooter. He's more of a defensive guy. So in that mix, somewhere put Deuce in there. Because if Deuce is in there and Halliburton is on, Deuce can guard at least two really good players. You know, he's not going to be able to guard Siakam. I've seen him get put on Siakam. Siakam is a problem for anybody on this team.
Hey, don't forget about Mitchell Robinson. You know, listen, we got to use our weapons, bro. We have rebounding weapons. We have defensive weapons. We got to use all our weapons, bro. That's all I ask from Tom Thibodeau. No matter what happens tonight, if we use all our guys, it is what it is. I listen. It is what it is. If we using all our guys, it is what it is. I'm not mad about that. But if Tom Thibodeau starts doing that bullshit again, where he's fucking in love with Hart, you know, I'm gonna be pissed, and everybody else is gonna be pissed because it's just not conducive to winning basketball when you're over relying on a player who's struggling. And you got to know when to move on. So yeah. Hmm. All right, we decided to roll with Bridges. We're not trying to kill his confidence here, but it's a big step up for him right now, bro. You gotta step up, son. You gotta step up, son. Hallie hasn't been hot. Now's a good opportunity for you to guard him. Don't give up no silly fouls. Almost a steal. Travel, come on. Hell yeah. Finally they called that shit. You know how many times they don't call that shit on Indiana, bro? Yep. Sometimes I swear to God, we're so lucky that Halliburton. Brunson is such a gifted scorer. I'm expecting Hallie to start hitting some. Siakam too. It's a good sign if Siakam is off though. That's a good sign too. Fuck. By the way, I think it's a little bit dangerous. I don't know what it is about the Garden. There's a lot of, and this is for both sides. I'm not even trying to be biased. Like, there's a lot of stuff on the floor. The seats. You see people tripping and falling. Mitchell Robinson, great defensive possession, making up for the turnover. I think that stuff is dangerous, bro. Like, I don't know if it's people's feet. I don't know if it's food. If I was sitting first row, I swear to God, I would probably eat, and I would eat in the lobby area. I wouldn't bring any drinks, bro. You don't want these guys slipping and falling. All right, job not finished. Good start. Good start. Job not finished. Job's not finished. Job's not finished. There's a lot of stuff on the floor. I don't like that. I really don't like that. I don't like that there's shit on the floor. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like what they have over there. There's players tripping over stuff. You know. It's funny, you see all these commercials for these what is it, whatever it is, dietary products or diabetes. These type of things are all caused by food. The stuff you're eating. That's what's really causing the sickness, and that's been happening at least for 20, 20, 30 years now, where you just the shit they put in the food, it tastes good, but it's just horrible for you. And it's still very popular. Look at Taco Bell. When you look at Taco Bell at night, for example, you know,
That line is still packed. People still eat that shit. I'm not saying you can't eat it. I'm saying you can't eat that shit every day. There's people here who can't go a week without it. If you eat that shit once a month, I think it's different. You know, once a month compared to like every week. For lunch, dinner, some people for breakfast. West 33rd, right by Penn Station. Still got bridges in there. How come Carl Anthony Towns never sees a double team? Why do you never see that shit? Like, why do you never see? Like, nobody like tells you. Yeah, bro, you have to change that shit. I'm telling you, it will kill you silently, and it's never on TV. They'll never bring it up for real. It might be in articles online, but they'll never put that shit on TV for real. No, he doesn't. But you gotta know better. I feel they're trying to double team him, and honestly, he's been good when he's had the ball. He's had his way. Ooh, he stepped out of bounds, huh? Jesus Christ, hell yeah. I don't understand these turnovers that we commit, bro. It's so uncalled for. If this game was a little bit closer, that shit is costing us the game. Sometimes Brunson's gotta pass the ball, bro. Like, I get it. You're a scorer, bro. You gotta pass and move around, bro. Because when the pressure gets tight on him, sometimes you're so prone to turning over the ball. You gotta pass sometimes.
Like, just pass quicker. Pass and get it back, if anything. But pass, bro. You gotta pass sometimes. Because once he gets in the paint, I swear to God, he's top three in the NBA. In the entire NBA, once Brunson gets in the paint, he's top three in the entire NBA, bro. You never want to see injury. Good stop, Mitch. God, Mitch. That's a that's a crazy move to get the basket changing hands. You don't see it in real time, but that's how he's getting a lot of those. It's not going with the same hand. That's a difficult. He's had like three of those today. That's hard, bro. That's very difficult to do. You see these NBA players where they get their genes, bro. If I always joke around with that shit, but if you're gonna get a wife, get a wife that played sports, track, you know, volleyball, basketball. You want to get some good genes. I'm telling you, it's in the track and field, bro. Track and field, track and field. That's where that shit is at. That's a foul, yeah. Well, come on, cat. Josh Hart comes in. It's another turnover. It's another turnover by Josh Hart. How long can we do this? Josh Hart is playing terrible basketball. Josh Hart is terrible, son. Can we get Bridges the ball, please? Josh Hart, man. Can we get Josh Hart out the game, bro? Somebody get a shooter on. There we go, Bridges. Now we got to see the Achua Siakam matchup that people have been asking about. M1, come on. Come on. I do want to say that I feel like Josh Hart Josh Hart is one of the reasons why a lot of that shit just goes downhill. Look at that. Bro, Precious Achua on Siakam works. Come on, look at that. Fucking Tibbs is an idiot, bro. Precious Achua works. Precious Achua works against Siakam. Thibodeau is a fucking idiot sometimes, bro. You know how many people been saying that shit? People been saying that shit for weeks. Bro, put fucking Precious Achua on Siakam, bro. He's the only one that can guard him straight up. Why hasn't Tibbs tried this at least once, bro? It's crazy. It's insane to me. And now we're going to bring a nice defensive lineup. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like, how the fuck? You would think that Tom Thibodeau can see that shit, bro. No, it's not. Nothing's guaranteed. But hey, it's not even guaranteed for us right now. By the way, on that right basket, somebody should have been underneath the basket. Or it wasn't a challenge, it was a review by the refs. That's a travel. Oh, if that happens, brother, maybe.
I don't even think we would. We not that type of group. We move on to the finals, bro. That's more important than us doing a choke sign or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're not that type of group. Job's not finished. Yes, sir. Yeah, we gotta keep on playing. Still not over. Indiana doing some stupid shit at the end. Mathurin has been good though. He's been really good, to be honest. He's been good. Just a stupid foul from him, but
I don't know. Like Carl Anthony Towns be playing a dangerous game sometimes, bro. I know. It's like the thing with him, bro. You be playing a dangerous game with that dude in the game. He be smiling and laughing and stuff, but like, yo, I remember, like, I think it was last game. He committed like a silly ass foul, like holding on to. I don't know if it was Siakam or who it was, holding on to him, like holding on to his hand. I think it was Turner holding on to his hand, or like he just pushing people in the back. Like, what are you doing, bro? McConnell is such a great player. I'm not gonna lie. I have great admiration for McConnell. Like, not a tall guy, but he's tough. He can make baskets. He defends. Dude is a beast, bro. Bro, Josh Hart gives away so many turnovers. It's mind-boggling, son. It's unbelievable how many turnovers a game Josh Hart has. Holy shit! Like, as soon as I saw him turn his head, not knowing where to pass, I was already worried. Like like Josh Hart be killing me, son. Like, do we have anybody else off the bench that can replace Josh Hart right now? I know this is the bench unit in now, but I don't want to go with campaign either. It's just Josh Hart, bro. You gotta do better, bro. Knicks ball, come on, Shamit. Carl Anthony Towns, my nigga, son, bro. In a in a deciding game five, my nigga. Jesus Christ. I think mentally there's something wrong with Cat. And one! Come on! Come on, Josh. There we go.
All right, Josh Hart with some good minutes. Shit, this nigga Josh Hart be making me so nervous, but some good baskets. But then again, I would like. Can we run some plays for Mikel too? You know, thank God we scored some of these baskets because we just stopped the potential run. There was a run coming from Indiana. You know that shot that who was it that took that? It wasn't. Was it Siakam? I forgot who shot that. But that shot usually goes in, but he missed that. So you know, yes, sir. It's our season, so it's a weird thing. I'm telling you, we've made Halliburton look a little bit better. To be quite honest, I don't think he's. Again, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but what I'm telling you is, like Halliburton is good, but he ain't like that. You know, Halliburton is a good player, but he's not like that. I just think we've played terrible defense on him. To be quite honest with you, but I'm not surprised that tonight it's better because we've had no choice. You know, but I'm not saying Halliburton sucks. He's a good player, but he's not like that. There you go, Bridges.
Bridges.
Boy, Hart commits a lot of turnovers, bro. Holy shit, man. I like this. I feel okay. It's just that I'm not happy just with the turnovers. We should win this, but like stranger shit has happened. But I'm telling you, it's just Josh Hart gives away so many turnovers, bro. He's giving up the ball. He's giving up the ball for no reason, though. Just get it up quicker. Um, I think we will be okay. I think we, barring a disaster here in front of your eyes, if that happens, oh shit. Anything is possible, but I think we know that too. Anything is possible. You can't say it's impossible. You know what I'm saying? You can't say it's impossible. We've seen it happen in front of our eyes, which is good that it happened to us. So we're aware. You know, just play defense. Um, be aware of the pass. They're a really good pass first team, so just be aware of that. With 3 minutes left, the only way they come back in this game, they start shooting some threes. So no open threes, and that's it. That's all we got to do. The Knicks, that's the formula. If the Knicks get away from the 3-point line, we are in for a disastrous end to the fourth quarter. Barring that, I think we will be okay. And Karl Anthony Towns will probably fall out of this game, to be honest with you, because he's like a child a little bit. Like every possession, hold the ball. We don't got to shoot that shit that early. Run it out, get some rebounds. I want to see stuff like that. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Let's go, Cat. Let's go, Cat. That's as good as a three. That's the shit you need to win. Bro, I'm 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 not gonna lie. I'm so sick of Josh Hart sometimes with these turnovers. He made a couple of really good baskets, but how many turnovers does Josh Hart have today? It's incredible how many times he turns over the ball. I think it's at least three. I'm pretty sure it's three. I'm pretty sure it's three turnovers. Yeah, it's three. Oh, mhm. But we got this one now. One more game, one more stream. Looks like we'll be here Saturday, guys. We will be here. We will be here Saturday. Yeah, these other shows is terrible. But I think that's just their local stuff. I don't think they have anything going on. I think I heard one of my other friends talking about he was watching the stream and it was the Indiana Pacers stream. So Oh, at the arena? Yeah, I mean, you know, even though there's teams in the country who are small market teams, I guess the game is already over. Yes, sir. Okay, we survived. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm happy, but like there's a lot of work to be done here. Let's be honest. There's a lot of work to be done right now. There's no reason to over celebrate. Look, if you want to stay alive, you win, and we did. Defense played great. Brunson played great. Mitchell Robinson again played great. Um, Only bad spot I would say is turnovers, but other than that, well deserved win for the Knicks. You know, Yo, what's up, White Falcon? Yes, we did. Good win. Of course, there's no reason to over celebrate. Right. I mean, we basically want to stay alive. Right. That's what we did, which means you got to win again and again. Yes, sir. One loss, we're done. We got to win Saturday, and then you got to win probably sometime next week. I'll probably say Monday, Saturday, Monday. Saturday, you got to win Saturday, and you got to win Monday. Two more games. Yeah, Achua actually played some minutes, bro. And the crazy part about that is he played well against Siakam. No idea why Tibbs has not tried that before. You know, on a game like Saturday, for example, a game like Saturday, OG Anunoby's been struggling against him. Um, I don't even think anybody else really played on him like that, like consistently. I don't know if Bridges did, but he scored on everybody. But he had a good he had some good spots against Siakam, um, Achua did. I have no idea. I have no idea. But we're gonna need that on Saturday. We're gonna need that on Saturday if we want to do anything to force a game 7 here. So no reason to over celebrate. No reason to over celebrate here. We basically just stayed alive, really. Uh, Staying alive is all we did. I wasn't feeling stressed. I just said if we want to win, we'll win. Yeah, we have a bench if Tibbs decides to use it. I think Bridges Pro Tool, Josh Hart. He had a good couple moments, but damn, bro, if the lead wasn't bigger, his turnovers are terrible at times, son. But I'll take it. Yeah, Mitch is absolute beast. The best he's played in his whole career is right now, Mitchell Robinson. To be honest, the best he's played. I'm gonna say that right here, right now. This is the best he's played in his whole career at New York. Yeah, I'm telling you. Look, we've got players. Even guys like Shamit, stepping up big. Tibbs got players, bro. He better play all them motherfuckers. Let me run a quick box score here. Mikal Bridges. Would have liked him to get the 15, but he made some good basket when it mattered. You know, I could tell he was kind of nervous. Um, he did what he needed to do. Didn't add any threes, but he didn't. I thought he didn't take bad shots, and that really helped him tonight. 34 minutes, 6 to 12 from the field, no threes, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 12 points. Those 5 assists are good. Maybe if you hit another three, you get up to 15. I like that. He's not going to score 20 unless he really goes off. But maybe this will be a confidence booster for him, you know. But he played better. Defensively, I thought he played pretty good as well. He had a steal. He did what he needed to do. He contributed. OG Anunoby, he played pretty decent. He played all right. He had a couple of he was 1 for 7, so he really only hit that one big one. In fact, I thought he had more than one from three. But I remember the one he hit. That was a really big shot, actually. 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He had a couple of those baskets where he kind of caught the rebound and just put it back. You know, you need those momentum making plays. 4 rebounds, 3 steals, 11 points. I'll take it tonight from him, even though I'd like to see the production higher, but the points are spread. That's why we won like the way we did tonight. Karl-Anthony Towns played good. Knees probably bothering him, but he played through it. 36 minutes, 10 of 20 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 24 points. It's just with him, it's the turnovers and the fouls is what kills it. He's always on the edge. Not really using his brain sometimes, thinking in a closer game. That's the type of shit that will cost you, but didn't cost us tonight because we built a pretty sizable lead for most of the game. Mitchell Robinson, 20 minutes, 3 of 3 from the field, 6 rebounds, one steal. Yeah, I remember that steal. That was a great steal, by the way. 1 turnover, 3 fouls, 6 points. He was fantastic. I think he should be playing a little bit more of a Josh Hart, even if they want to do hack a Mitch. I think he'll up his free throw percentage. I think he's been shooting the free throws better. That's not a strategy you want to go through early if you're Indiana, maybe if you're desperate. By the way, I agree with Van Gundy. We got to get the fuck out of that shit in the NBA. If you're intentionally fouling, it's got to be 2 shots in the ball. It's a ridiculous thing that they still allow this at NBA level, the highest level in the world, that we're allowing that shit to happen. It's a disgrace. Boston is doing it. Indiana has done it. It's absolutely a disgrace, but it is what it is. Jalen Brunson, 34 minutes, 12 for 18 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 32 points. He was on fire in the first half, especially. Then continued to hit his buckets. Then he kind of slowed down, but the starters got a little bit of a rest because the bench guys came in and supported. So, you know me, what I usually say, I like for Brunson to have at least 7 assists, but, he had 32, so can't be too mad. I think he did have, 3 turnovers. He's always got to be careful with the turnovers. They're on him, on him heavy. Usually there's a guy trailing behind him if he's trying to make a move and spin away. Cat usually gets caught like that too in the turnovers. We got to limit them shits, but, it was a good game. Precious Achiuwa, 6 minutes, played great minutes against Siakam. I don't know why we don't see more of Precious Achiuwa on Siakam. If you're talking mismatches or potential matchups, there's a guy who could really probably guard him better than anybody that we have. Tibbs got to make that call. You got to understand who your personnel is, and I don't see why you don't give it a run. I think he'd probably fit best if at some point you bring Achiuwa in. Of course, he's not going to start, but at some point, especially if next game Siakam is trying to lead the bench unit, bring Precious Achiuwa in there, see what he's got. You got to play everybody, bro. It's win or go home. So you got to win another one. That's what we got to do. I think the Knicks like playing like this, by the way. Just not look. You go home. That's it. But it's a lot of pressure tonight, and if you're Indiana, just be careful. Just be careful. You got to start strong away from home because going to the Garden. Look, anything is possible. I don't even know if it really matters nowadays. Home court advantage. The Knicks have played you plenty of times now, so there have been adjustments to matchups and players that have come in and helped. Deuce McBride, he was okay. He hit a couple of good field goals. That's what I like the most, and he played some good defense. Even him himself had 1 turnover. Again, let's limit the turnover. 3 fouls, but he had 1 good foul on Siakam. They tried to see if it was flagrant, but it wasn't. So Josh Hart, I think he had a lot of rebounds. That's the one. The 10 is probably the rebounds. You can always tell. Yeah, with him, he has a lot of rebounds, but his turnovers are absolutely disgusting. And I really prefer, you know, Tibbs has to limit that. He's throwing the ball away in a closer game. That shit would cost us the game. I don't know what it is. He gives up his dribble. He starts looking around. Now it's obvious you got to pass. So it's just he made a couple of good baskets though in the fourth. So it was an 1-on-1, and he got a couple of good rebounds. He does that well, but the turnovers are the turnovers will lose us next game. I'm telling you, if we don't tidy up early, that shit is going to cost us the game. I'm just telling you here today, so you know I said it. Dylan Wright played absolutely a good game. I think he had a bad turnover. Now, to be honest, did he have a turnover? He did not have a turnover. There was something that happened. Oh, he had that layup that he could have hit and that he missed it, and then that led to the thing to foul from Deuce, if I'm not mistaken. He played well. You got to use that guy where you can. He's giving us good minutes. It's only 10 minutes. I thought he could have played a little bit more, maybe 12. But it's all good. Landry Shamet played very good for 14 minutes. 2-3 from the field, 1-2 from the free throw line. 1-2 from the 3-point line. He had a really good. Did they call it a 2? Yeah, he had 1-3 and one that we thought was a 3, but they called it a 2. And 1 rebound, no assist. I think he had 1 turnover. Yeah, he did have 1 turnover with 5 points. Play them where you can. You got to play everybody if you want to win, and that's on Tibbs. If we do that, we take another one. Yeah, I think Deuce handled it some. You had Dion Wright handle it some. I think New York could win it. We play that defense, we have a chance. You don't play defense, you let it one of the reasons I feel like we've let Tyrese Halliburton be a lot better than he really is. I think he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but you got to get it in on him, bro, because his shot is it's usually so off if you contest it. But if you let him shoot that shit, if you let him shoot it, he has a chance. It's straight on, but it goes off. So as long as we stay in his path, stay in front, and he wants to pass. He wants to stay in that passing lane. When he's driving, somebody in front, somebody, kind of trailing, looking where the open guy may be. If somebody's help, don't unnecessarily help. But when he gets closer to that basket, get in that passing lane to the left. And now if he's trying to fake, hold it, then go up. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your personnel by now if you're the Knicks, because you know what they're going to do. So it's on the Knicks if they want the next game. And that's it. I can see the Pacers stats. Let's see the Pacers. Yeah, Obi Toppin was doing too much. 11 points, 18 minutes, trying to do too much. And this is the problem with the Pacers. Yes, you're going to play all your guys, but the problem with playing all your guys is you're going to put guys on the floor that have no chemistry with each other. If it wasn't for this guy right here, Benedict Mathurin, I don't know what the fuck you niggas would have done, because a lot of people don't have chemistry like that, and Halliburton is not even on the floor. And that reminds me, where the fuck is Halliburton? Where is Halliburton? Where is Tyrese Halliburton? Oh, he's over here. Yeah, it's not good enough. Just not good enough. Siakam played decent. Nesmith only with 3 points. Didn't play a lot. Yeah, Miles Turner, 24 minutes. It's the foul trouble they had is what really set them back. They had a lot of personal fouls. 2 on Siakam, 2 on Nesmith, 3 on Turner, 4 on Nembhard, 1 on Hallie, 2 on Toppin. That's the downside. The downside of playing a lot of guys is that eventually a lot of guys come on the court that don't have good team chemistry. And Halliburton is just not a scoring guard. I'm telling you. The Knicks can take this series. If we want it, we could take that shit. If we want it, it's there. It's there if we want it. It's there if we want it. If we want it, it's there. I want to keep Shamit. I pretty much want to keep everybody, probably except maybe guys like Daddy A and Hook Porty maybe doesn't make the cut. But a guy like Shamit is so valuable. Even you know, Dylan Wright has proven very valuable, but he's replaceable, but he's proven valuable. So we have to see. Deuce is untouchable, of course. So you have to see, like maybe a guy like Hook Porty and Daddy A probably two guys. I'm not saying get rid of Shamit at all next season. These guys really, Dylan Wright and Shamit are saving our season right now. I'm telling you, these guys are saving our season. But that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna make one short real quick, and then I'm out of here. Later, brother. Peace, peace, Sam, White Falcon, DJ. Two more.